Jason Sindikovic here with TuffWraps.com, and today we're going to talk about how to wrap your wrist wraps. We've been getting a lot of questions about how to use them, how to wrap them, so we're going to cover a few things, and hopefully these tips can help you wrap your wrist wraps a little bit better. So when you purchase your wrist wraps, they're going to come obviously in a pair, and they're going to be like this. This is a 16-inch, and we offer them in multiple sizes, such as a 24-inch, which is just obviously a little bit longer, and then we also offer them in a 30-inch, which is longer. Longer they are, the bulkier they're going to be, but also the more support that they're going to provide. So with wrist wraps, you want to keep your wrist in a neutral position when you're lifting. And the reason is you're able to lift heavier weights when your wrist is neutral. When your wrist goes into too much extension, another word is called hyperextension, that creates weaknesses and imbalances in your arms. And so we want to keep that wrist neutral, and that is the goal of the wrist wrap, is to keep it straight. So when you have your wrist wrap, we're going to start with the 16-inch and kind of work our way up to the 24-inch. So you're going to have this little loop here. You're going to take the tab. We're going to put the tab through it, and you're going to create this little hole. Now, I recommend keeping that loop on the inside of your forearm, and the same thing applies to the other wrist. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of place the wrist wrap a little bit above the wrist joint, and the reason with the 16 inches is obviously it's shorter, so we have to kind of work around that, but it's a great everyday wrist wrap. So what I'm doing is I'm going to pull this section away while I'm taking my other wrist and I'm pulling it in the opposite direction. So I'm not going to grab the tab, but I'm going to grab midway for the wrist wrap, and I'm going to pull, and you can see I'm kind of tightening that loop down but working my wrist. As I get to a point, I'm just going to roll my wrist on the inside, and then as I do that, I'm just going to wrap around and just keep wrapping. I'm not really pulling that much tension, a little bit more pull. There we go. So as you can see, the wrist wrap is very tight. I'm getting some good support here. And so that's the 16-inch, and that's how I'd wrap that. To take it off, just do that. And when you take it off, you don't need to take the loop out. You can just kind of throw it in your gym bag or take it off. Now let's go to the 24-inch. Again, a little bit longer, same concept. Take that tab, we're going to place it through there. We're going to start with that loop on the inside. And again, and to talk about this, I didn't mention it earlier, but I'm not going to get into the different ways to wrap it. I'm going to show you what's effective, what I found effective for myself and other lifters such as Leroy and Julius who wear our wraps. So basically, I'm going to do the same thing, grabbing midway, pulling, and then I'm going to wrap around. Now this one is going to allow me to come up higher on the wrist. And so I can keep kind of pulling again, hold it against my belly, and then just keep wrapping. And again, that one, you can see it's pretty tight. Again, coloring is changing from my hand to my forearm. That's just telling me that it's really tight. Now, if you're experiencing any type of numbness or any type of coldness or your hands turn blue, it's way too tight. Loosen them up a little bit and adjust it, and it should work fine. If you have any questions, email us at sales@tuffwraps.com, or you can give us a call here at the office. Thanks for watching.